Our film opening uses and develops conventions of real media products. We have shown this by using ideas from Trainspotting and Reservoir Dogs. These real media products influenced our retention of the chase scene. We used forms and conventions by choosing a particular camera angles, similar location, and fast-paced soundtrack, so that we could create our own version of the chase scene. The location we chose for our chase scene reflected the location used in film Trainspotting. The location was a busy public place. This made the film opening more realistic and tense. The structure of Trainspotting's opening is similar to our film opening because we have included shots of the main character running down the stairs and through alleyways. Our film opening develops on Trainspotting as the camera focuses on different parts. For example, the bag is always in shot. This symbolizes the importance of the bag. Our interrogation scene was influenced by raw media products, which was Dark Knight and LA Confidential. We analysed the interrogation scenes from these films and liked the way they were shot. For example, we liked the lighting in the Dark Knight interrogation scene because it was dark and mysterious and gave the criminal a more dangerous image. Looking at LA Confidential scene, we found that they used reverse shot sequences and close-ups. So we decided to incorporate all of this in our interrogation scene. In the chase scene, we chose several camera angles to use throughout our chase scene, such as wide shot, tracking of the bag.
The research in which we carried out helped us base our media product on particular social groups. We carried out our research through our questionnaire where we asked the questions, what's your age and what is your favourite character lead concepts? The first question, what is your age, helped us decide on an age range for our target audience. This showed that most people had an age range of 15 to 19-year-olds. This influenced our film opening because we based our target audience around this age range in our film opening. Because of this, we included a young male criminal, which influenced the results we got from the graph. What are your favourite character lead concepts? The results came out as male lead for the most favourite character lead concepts. This is the reason as to why we included a young male lead, because this represented the young social groups. Throughout the opening scene of the film, we tried to sustain our initial representation of this social group, where a young male running with a black bag is normally portrayed as a criminal or someone who has done something wrong. We allowed our audience to identify with the character through the representations of both characters, the young male criminal and the older male detective. The young male is represented as a criminal who has stolen something, which is a negative representation of a young male. The older male is represented as a detective because of the higher authority that is portrayed through his character and body language. His character portrays dominance over the younger male, which is very stereotypical. Also, the male gender is stereotypically the dominant gender, which is what we wanted to make sure came across in our film opening by including male lead roles.
What kind of media institution might distribute your movie product and why? The institution that will distribute our film is Warner Brothers. So a large US-based production and distribution company who help distribute movies such as Ocean's 12, Sherlock Holmes, The Goodfellas, Training Day, as well as The Departure. Companies such as Warner Brothers, we are able to have as wide a release as possible, as we'll be having most of movies played in multiplexes instead of art house cinemas, allowing us to have as much success within the first 2 weeks as possible, since it's often the time that movies will either do or die at the cinema. Furthermore, after the initial release, we will be able to have the DVDs released far easily by having it done by Warner Brothers. We also made changes to our film in that we initially wanted to do a drama-based movie. However, the results from the questionnaire showed that 6 of the 20 people we asked wanted thriller as their favourite film genre, with another 5 picking drama. As such, we decided to add elements from thriller conventions to maximize the number of potential viewers, allowing for the maximum amount of potential profit. Who would be the audience for your media product and why? Our target audience for film would be 15 to 19-year-old males who want to watch drama/thriller films. This is because during the questionnaire we asked a large number of people who were 15 to 19-year-olds of both genders. This means a large number of people who we asked would be based on this age range. Furthermore, we know that 15 to 21-year-olds are the biggest UK gross cinema goers, meaning that much of the movie money such as Warner Brothers would make would be based on people of this age range, such as Ocean's 12, which was a 13 plus, which made just under, on a worldwide scale, £2,400 million, showing the profitability of genres such as Ocean's 12. Furthermore, by having Warner Brothers distribute our film as a drama thriller, we also put quotations of the genres in the film opening, such as Warner Brothers having a blue and red siren effect, implying the connotation of police. We also have in the beginning the themes of drama, with Aaron running in with the bag. We also have elements of thriller with the mask, and it brings this feeling of uncertainty and unease. This another example of appealing to our target market is that 7 of the 20 people we asked said they wanted a key object as the focus in the movie instead of a particular person or place. Decided due to the results of the questionnaire, the best decided our decisions. Here are the questionnaires in question, and you can see the significant changes that they are.
To help us attract our audience, before we started filming as a group, we were coming up with an idea together. We created a questionnaire and handed these out to 20 people. The results we collected allowed us to understand what our audience needed, and using this, we came up with our target audience. The majority of people who answered our questionnaire were between the ages of 15 and 19, which we then decided as a group that would be our target audience. When we looked at the results as a group, we found out that our target audience wanted what we wanted in a film opening. However, we found out that the most popular genre was thriller, and our genre was drama, so we incorporated elements of thriller into our film opening, which is the mask. When showing our first attempt, the signs in the background were too brightly lit, and our criminal wasn't running fast enough. So we refilmed in a different location. When we had a near-finished film opening, we showed it to our peers and received feedback. This helped us to understand what our target audience liked, didn't like, and what we should maybe add. Our media class is our target group, so this helped us assess and attract our audience.
I have learnt that technology is very important for constructing this product because this is how the product will be made, how the audience will review your product, and good editing skills can change how the product is presented. The software that was used to create this product was Final Cut Pro. Since this was the new version, it was quite difficult to figure out how to use it. After a few lessons, we were comfortable with using the software. The most important part of constructing this product was putting the clips in order and cutting them. If the order of the clips were different, it would tell a completely different story. Even if the footage was bad, the editing can change that. One part of the brief says to be creative with the credits and idents. We managed to do this, but using a different program. Syed edited the ident on Sony Vegas. He changed the ident to make it look like police sirens were flashing. When we showed our product to the class, the majority of them liked the beginning ident. The camera was the most important technology needed for constructing this product. The camera is what catches all the footage. The different camera angles are used to give the audience emotional information, and each camera angle represents something. For example, a close-up shot emphasizes the importance of an object, or emphasizes the emotion on a character. As a group, we came up with different ideas, and then a suggestion came up about an interrogation scene. We realised that we had done an interrogation scene for our preliminary task, so we looked back at it and based our idea on that. We also had a script which we edited and looked back at our preliminary task for guidance. We had two parts to our film opening, the chase scene and the interrogation scene. Since we had guidance for our interrogation scene, we spent more time on the chase scene. I learnt that the first thing you need is to order the footage you have on your timeline. Putting the clips in order will make things more clearer, and it will be easier to pick out the clips to refilm. I also learnt that following a storyboard will not always go to plan. Some of the shots that we planned to do, we had to change. There is a lot of preparation needed. There are more props to get hold of than the preliminary task. Also, the storyboard is longer, so there was more to follow and keep consistent. The things that were similar to the preliminary task was of course the interrogation scene planning and layout. Also, the actual idea was very similar. They both revolved around criminal activity. Since our idea was similar to our preliminary task, we used it for guidance, and we also used the opening scene to Reservoir Dogs and Trainspotting as guidance too.